Hi everyone and welcome to GG Gaming Gone Mad. This is our first episode of 2019. An absolutely massive sporting year lies ahead. There's World Cup cricket, World Cup rugby, and I can't wait to see what GG Gaming have in store. I haven't chatted to him for some time, and it's good to say hello to Gary Lentin. How are you, Gary?
Brent, well, and you, my mate, you're looking pretty good there. You have a great holiday?
That's it. Plenty to eat, Gary. And I proved the old adage that you can't out-train a bad diet, because I actually jogged quite a bit and I managed to put on about 6 kilos.
That's good going. No, somebody once told me you can't outrun a fork. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, right.
That's for sure. And yourself, what did you get up to? You're in Joburg at the moment, aren't you?
Exactly the same as you. Ate a lot, except I didn't run.
Right. Okay. Well, I can tell you what, I may as well not have run. That's certainly the way it feels. But Gary, what a big year ahead on the sporting run. I mean, we're building towards the World Cup rugby, my personal highlight.
Yeah.
We've also got the World Cup cricket. And then in a few weeks, we've got the likes of Super Rugby.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic, isn't it, Brent? I mean, I think this is probably the biggest year we've seen in sport for a long time. Yes, it's not the soccer and it's not the Olympics, you know what I'm saying? But I think as South African sports fans, we're pretty keen on rugby and cricket. And I think that's pretty much, you know what I mean, what we're going to get shoved down our throat the whole year. There's plenty of football as well. I mean, let's be honest, it's the best Premier League. It's the most competitive Premier League we've seen for a while. You know, definitely the most interesting, right?
It certainly is, and I would like to talk to you a bit about the Premier League outright a little bit later as well. Just a shout out to the guys who are joining us live on the show, the likes of Ruan, Vin, Emil, I see he's on there as well. Dino Zambetti also coming on and commenting already. We will have a competition for you guys, and it's going to be related to the Master Punter competition that's coming up on GG Gaming. Now, Gary and GG Gaming have run a Master Punter competition as well before. But you've made a few tweaks, Gary, based on your experiences last time, and you're ready to launch the new comp.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what we've done there is, at the end of the day, it was too heavily weighted towards the people that punted horses. So we've taken out the horse punting completely, and all it is sport. So this champion punter will be a real sports enthusiast, and nobody's got any chance of catching a trifecta or a quartet or a pick six and winning the tournament. The punter competition sport only, there's 2 of them. They run on exactly the same rules. You can only enter one. But the one is a 5,000 Rand entry and the other one's a 1,000 Rand entry. Otherwise, it's exactly the same, Brent.
And I mean, I think it's nice that you got the 2 different pools, you know, Gary, because you're catering then to everybody. Because I was actually playing a bit of poker last night and we were talking about it. And I was saying in poker, if you're playing in a cash game, if you're the guy who, let's just say, you can afford the game more than others, or you're more comfortable with the stake, and you're playing against people who perhaps feeling a bit under pressure, you're at a massive advantage. And I think the same applies to betting. So if you're a smaller punter, you enter the 1,000 Rand competition, and if you're one of the big hitters, by all means, go for the platinum, the 5,000.
No, exactly. And later in the year, we are going to have a 50,000, Brent. But I mean, I don't want to stuff that down people's throats just yet. We'll do that closer to the World Cup cricket. You know what I'm saying? Round about just before the middle of the year. So yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be really exciting. It's a month-long competition. It's got a lot of cricket in, let's be honest, and it's going to have quite a lot of football, a hell of a lot of football. There's plenty of rugby. Super Rugby's got 2 weeks into it by the time the competition ends. No, I mean, there's a lot. This is going to show who the real best sporting punters are. And you don't have to go and rush into it. You can put in your money, wait for your opportunities, watch the log every week. You know what I mean? You don't want somebody to run away with it. We have given I don't know if you've seen it, we have given an advantage to somebody who gets off to a good start called the TKO.
The first right now, I didn't see that.
50,000 automatically wins the first. No, that's wrong. Doesn't win the first prize, but wins the equivalent of the first prize.
Oh yes, first to 20 grand. I did actually pick that up. Yes.
Is that first to 20 grand? Is that in the smaller one? I think. Brent?
That's in the smaller one. I think the other one was first to 50,000.
Exactly, and he gets the same prize as the winner, and he can still go on and win it, Brent. So you know what I mean. Get off to a hot start, and you got to.
That's it. Yeah, and you can by all means kick on. And I mean, I know some of them were racing punters. We had some incredible punting last time. And just to run through those prizes, Gary, I'm just looking at your site here. We've got the first prize, Gold Champions Trophy, Johnny Walker Gold, 5,000 Rand in cash, plus a 5,000 Rand betting voucher. Second place, 2.5 cash, 2.5 voucher. And third place, 1,000 cash and 1,000 betting voucher. So that's now in the Gold League. Plenty to play for there for the boys.
Yeah. And then obviously the Platinum one is a little bit bigger, 12.5. So the first prize equivalent to 25,000. Plus, remember, you're going to collect 25,000 if you score a TKO. No, so it's easy to go. Not easy, but you would imagine that the winner's going to have a big chance at 50, Brent?
No, that's it. No, that's for sure. And just to mention now to the guys watching live on the show, so we're going to run a little competition now. It won't be decided on the show, but it's going to only be fought out between the guys who are actually watching live. I'm going to ask you to predict the winner of the Kings v Cheetahs game on I think it's on Friday, actually. I'm not too sure. Is that a Friday kickoff?
I think so.
Kings v Cheetahs, you've got to predict the winner of the game and the points margin. And the first person, well, or the closest person, obviously the winner most important, and then we'll look at the points margin, will get a free entry into the gold. So that's worth R1,000 into the gold competition. So have a go at that there, lads. If it is a tie, we won't split the prize in this case because it is one prize. We'll enter into a tie break next week.
No, we'll give them each a prize, Brent.
Sorry?
We'll give them each a prize.
Okay, well, there we go. Gary says if it is a tie, we'll give you each a prize.
Every tennis tournament got their own tiebreakers. The last thing the world needs is us to have our own tiebreaker as well. Let's ask a question, Brent. Are there people watching the show live tonight? Did they jump
There certainly are. There certainly are. We've got, just to run through a few of the comments, a couple of the boys going for the Cheetahs. Steve Reed, who I know posts on the forums as Catsmug, he says Cheetahs by 11. Emil Korf, Cheetahs by 9. Brad Chislett, Cheetahs by 21. The likes of Ruan Faria and that are watching, but they're holding tight. Often in these competitions, the guys like to see what everyone else is going for. Yeah. And I must tell you, I was having a WhatsApp with Henrik Swart, who you know is one of our shrewder punters, Gary. And him and I are both saying the Kings can possibly win this one.
Possibly. Just to go back to Catsmug, he used to have horrible things to say about me. Remember, Brent, when we used to do the show? Saturday mornings. I used to say horrible things.
I think Catsmug had horrible things to say about his wife.
You know what I'm saying? But, you know, no hard feelings or anything. You know, because what I'd like to do, Brent, if you just ask the guys, well, they can hear me, I'll ask them. You know what I mean? The guys, because I want to give things to people that watch the show live.
Yes.
There's anybody there that wants to go to the Met on next week, Saturday, 2 VIP tickets in the best hospitality there. If anybody wants to go, let them all send their names now, and in the next 5 minutes we'll see who it is, and I'll do a lucky draw a competition. One of them will get 2 VIP hospitality tickets, which are worth 10 grand each.
Okay, do you want me to get them to put it in the live chat or just send an email, Gary?
Live chat. They must put it in the live chat. There's something else. I mean, I'm sure you've seen, I don't know if we can, I'm sure you've seen this. I found this one of the funniest of all. You know, you get messages all the day that are jokes. I just want to show the one here. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going through everything here. I found this one. I'm sure you've seen it, and most of the guys have, but it's worth playing again. Can you see that? Can you see? No, you can't.
Put it in front of your face there. I could be able to see.
Right. Okay, so can you hear?
Question 2. Who would you rather spend the night with? A, your wife, or B?
Brilliant, right?
That is excellent. Guys,
I've seen.
So just to mention, guys, there's 2 competitions in the live chat. You can carry on predicting. We've got lots of predictions coming through. And then if you want the 2 VIP tickets to the Met next week, all you mention in the live chat is just mention the word Met, and I've got your name there, and we'll put that into a lucky draw, and we'll announce that winner on the Good for the Game website and also on Twitter, say by Monday next week, Gary.
Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's
okay.
All. Okay.
Great stuff. For those, that's excellent. So the boys can get going. We've got a couple of guys who come in for the Kings now in that game. Cetas won, Kings by 3. Henrik, as predicted, is going Kings by 5. Jason Denman, Cheetahs by 14. The boys getting involved there. And I can tell you what, Gary, the guys are excited for the Master Punter competition. And I must admit, I am too. I've got to decide which one to enter, but I think I might take the conservative route and go the 1,001. What do you think?
You know, I think that you're going to be very upset when you score a quick KO and you don't get the bonus. You know what I'm saying, Brent? The big bonus. I think you should go for the big one. If you know what I mean, worst case scenario, I mean, I know it's a bad time for everybody financially. Find somebody to syndicate with you and have a go there. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, yeah. I'll definitely be giving that some thought. So a lot of guys saying, Han Dumont saying, send me to the Met. Steve Reed, also the Met. Oh, the boys are all coming in. Everybody wants to go down to the Met. So
we'll wait. You know what we'll do? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We'll announce that winner at the end of the show. We'll run a competition. We'll run a little guessing competition, what I've got in my hand. And you know what I mean? We'll keep showing.
Okay. Okay, so guys, anyone, you can stop typing Met, carry on typing the cricket score. We're going to, the rugby score. We're going to have a little competition, and basically we'll do it. Gary, the first person correct will get the tickets to the Met.
Correct. I'm going to put a number in my phone or something, and first person that gets it will get the tickets to the Met, something like that, you know?
Excellent. That sounds good. Vin Naidu, Cheetahs by 5. Vin, give us your best English Premier League bet as well. I know Vin, one of the shrewder English Premier League punters. So that's all about the Master Punter comp. But Gary, just on the horizon, we got Super Rugby. I think I stand to be corrected. I think you're the first bookmaker out with prices on the first round of games, probably in the world.
Yeah, we were. I mean, I know that Tab New Zealand came out straight after us. Just to go back to the Met, we are running a competition, Brent, that's called a close shave.
Right.
And anybody who backs a horse in the Met, regardless of where it runs, if it gets beaten by a length and a half or less, we give you back half your money in a free bet plus an exclusive shaving kit.
Exclusive shaving kit. I mean, are they going to borrow yours?
No, yeah, I mean, mind you, I'll tell you something. I don't know, we're not meant to advertise here, but I got a barber in Cape Town I found, and they're called Urban Men.
Yes.
Right? It's 5 Syrian blokes, okay? They got a shop the size, smaller than this hotel room that I'm in. And they record shave and haircuts for a day is 130 people.
Right, okay.
I mean, all these oaks on machines. But we'll make a decision. My wife likes it. She says she likes the burly look. No, but I mean, I think I might go back clean shaven next week. But yeah, so that's what we got there. And then, you want to move on to the rugby? We were first out.
Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on to the rugby. Yeah, first out with odds there, hey?
First out and a little bit opinionated, and we got a few things shoved back down or back up our whatever you want to call it. I think some of it straight back up. Mainly on the Lions. I'll be perfectly honest with you. We don't like the Lions. That's the truth. And we went out big the Lions to win the conference, and we just got smashed out of sight. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we went out 15-10. And I mean, then the people that followed them, all right, I mean, Tab New Zealand are very tight on all their pricing,
Yes.
But they came out at 53 cents, which is a third of the price.
No.
We've shortened them to 9-10. I still, for my money, if you're a Lions supporter, you got nowhere else to go in the world. It's not the 9-10 won't last much longer. You know what I'm saying? Get in there. I guarantee it will start 6, 7-10. So if you like them, come lose your money with us, because I promise you they're not going to win the conference.
I'm with you, Gary. I'd be standing the Lions all day. I think it's between the Sharks and the Stormers, the conference.
Look, the Jaguars, who knows who they're going to play? You know what I'm saying, Brent? And also, I'm a big Bulls. I'm in the Bulls camp a little bit. I think that the Bulls, they got Skulk Brits there. They got a lot of good players. And I mean, I just think that I've got a feeling the Bulls are going to have a big season. I don't know why. They got a few fringe players. They've got chances of getting in the Springbok side. I just think the one thing I don't like is the Lions. They've lost all their quality. I mean,
there are two things about the Bulls I don't like, though, Gary. And the first word is Puerta, and the second is Himan.
No, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't know how to point people out and have bad things to say about individuals. You know what I'm saying? But
he's a very nice guy.
No, that's too late for that. I'll be honest with you. He said that I had nothing to do with that. But then I understand what you're saying, and I mean. I think what you're saying is that he doesn't have that much experience in Super Rugby, right? He's a wonderful coach. He's a
great guy. I like him.
Yeah, and he needs to, harden his skills before he, toughen up a little bit before he takes over Super Rugby. But, no, it's a great conference. And, I mean, I'm really, really looking forward. To me, this Super Rugby is going to be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. We've already got some good posts on the forum, and I think the likes of Henrik as well, we're getting very excited. He likes the Sharks and the Bulls for the conference. I think he's singing from a similar hymn sheet to yourself. We've got a few guys also saying that the Jags are really going to suffer because they've lost a couple of players, and they're really going to struggle. So that could be worth opposing. Just another market for you to consider closer to the time, perhaps, Gary, is match bets as well between teams over the season.
Our match bets, I'm just checking if they've come up now. I will say that by Monday, I'll post 100 match bets.
Oh, well, there we go. I know the boys are climbing to that because it's something I know as a punter of Super Rugby, I always look for match bets. And, some seasons you get them, some you don't. So great to know we're going to get some match bets there as well.
Just be careful about people that are, before you do it, I don't want punters to go throw away good money. I mean, who knows what's going to happen. But, I mean, obviously teams are going to rest players closer to the World Cup and everything.
That's it.
Like, you know what I mean? And people will, guys that are, how much is Reed going to play? Well, how important is Reed to the Crusaders nowadays? I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about. But you know what I mean. But how much is he going to play? You know what I'm saying? How much are they going to risk the Barretts? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's all going to be interesting stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we'll have to wait and see. I mean, that's why I've got a slight feeling that the Chiefs at 6-1 could be valued to win this tournament.
The Chiefs at 6-1. Yeah, I must say, I've having a chat with a couple of punters the other day. We're saying exactly the same thing. Probably not the season, not the season before World Cup to jump into the Crusaders, for example, at a short price.
Correct.
Quite right. There's going to be the moment the guy, they're either going to plan rests, or alternatively, the moment the guy even gets the slightest of niggles, they're going to wrap him in cotton wool until the World Cup if he's a big player. So, and I think the same applies to the Six Nations in a way, Gary. I mean, you'd expect teams to give their all, but I don't think really any of them are as worried about the Six Nations as keeping all their players for the World Cup.
Six Nations got a huge gap though after the Six Nations till the World Cup.
True. That's true.
You know what I mean? You could probably cure a broken neck in a time. You know, so they're going to have less pressure. You know, I think the difference there is you might see a lot of players there that have got a chance to get into the World Cup, throwing everything at it, Brent. You know,
yes,
what I mean? 6 months afterwards to recover. So yeah, and I mean, you know, like I said, we focused on the rugby, which is obviously topical and everything. But you know what I mean? We got an RPL starting early this year. We got a World Cup cricket where, I mean, how good, you know, how competitive is that going to be? The good England side, good Indian side, a South African side that, you know, could win this World Cup, Brent. I mean, I just, you know what I mean? People probably don't agree with me, but I just wish that AB would reconsider, because I think with him in the side, you know what I mean, we would be proper contenders, you know?
Yeah, it would be great if he would make a decision to come back. And as you say, there is so much sport, and of course, English Premier League coming up this weekend. I mean, we got Liverpool leading by 4 points from City there, Gary. I mean, the big game, I suppose, was a few weeks ago when City did manage to beat Liverpool 2-1 in a game where you'd argue Liverpool probably deserved something. But at the end of the day, it's all about putting the points on the board. Liverpool, I would imagine, I haven't looked at the betting, I imagine they're trading around the 6 to 10 mark now.
Can get better than that, Brent. You
really?
Better, yeah, for sure. Look, I mean, let's be honest, Spurs were desperately unlucky against Man United, right?
Yes,
I mean, performance you may never see again in your lifetime, right, by the goalkeeper. But I think that took Spurs out of it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Gone, I agree.
You know, they just don't have the depth and everything. And, you know, they got no Kane for 2 months, got no Son for a couple of weeks. But so to me, it's a 2-horse race now. I read an interesting stat. In the last 10 years, a team that's been leading at Christmas has won 8 of them. The only team that hasn't won the 2 has been Liverpool.
Right.
So, you know, if you go back to a few seasons ago, they had it wrapped up and then they went and got beaten by Crystal Palace when they had the game at their mercy, you know. I just think they got a different coach and everything. And I think that probably 7, 8 to 10 Liverpool, it's in their hands. You know what I'm saying? I value there.
I have a feeling Liverpool are going to get nervous and are going to slip, but I'm just not sure Manchester City are where they were at the start of the season. You know, I watched them against Wolves the other day. In fact, I had a bet on them. They scored an early goal. The Wolves had a red card, and I think it was 2-0 at the break. And I thought surely they're going to cut loose in the second half, as they normally would. Yeah. And the only goals they scored after the red card was an own goal and a penalty.
Yeah. No. I don't think it is the same City side as what we saw last year. You know what I'm saying? I read an article early on where Klopp said that they might all the City coach, I think, Guardiola said that they might need 105 points this season. I don't think that's the case. I think if you get 96, 97 points with the league, you know, I think that they'll both start to come closer to the time, you know. One, because of the pressure. Exactly what you say is true. The pressure on Liverpool and the slight step backwards from Man City, I think will prevent them from getting full houses from here on in. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's it. It's going to be a thrilling run. And just looking to this weekend, I want to cover a couple of your price boosts now, Gary. But some big English Premier League games coming up this weekend. And, of course, Arsenal v Chelsea. Certainly the big one as far as top 4 finish goes. And I see Chelsea actually being priced as favourites there. I tend to agree with you, bookmakers.
Yeah, I mean, let's be perfectly honest. I mean, I'm an Arsenal supporter, but they are just nowhere. They've lost their way completely. I think that, you know, they got Ozil trouble. So, I mean, I know Trump will disagree and say there's no problem with the Ozil, but there definitely is trouble there. You know what I'm saying? They've got their problems. And I just think Arsenal can't defend against anybody, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And I so wanted to make Chelsea my price boost. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That, you know what I mean? And then I just thought, in my honest opinion, I'm throwing away money because I still believe 13 to 10 Chelsea is a big price.
Before I bring up the price boost, because I'm going to bring up your banners now and just share screen for a while. What's your best bet? What's your best bet of the weekend? Because I'll make that. You know, we'll do a beat the cert competition. I'll get the guys to tweet the team that scores the first goal in the minute of the first goal. They must tweet that. I'll bring a quick slide up at the end. But if your best bet, your cert gets beat, then the winner, the person who gets the closest will win a R1,000 betting voucher.
I'm going to go with Chelsea.
Chelsea to win. I think they're about the 13 to 10 mark.
Exactly, 100%.
Okay. Chelsea to win. So let's just bring that up now, and then we'll come and wrap up the J&B Met competition. Gary, I'm just gonna share my screen quickly, and let's start off with your price boost. Can you see the screen there, Gary?
Yes, I can see the screen. So.
Wolves v Leicester. You've got Wolves were 11 to 10, now 14 to 10. You fancy Leicester there to get something?
No, I mean, I'm not saying that for sure. I'll be perfectly honest with you. We like to give price boosts that give everybody a fair chance. Having said that, we are so busy with these price boosts, Brent. It's actually hard to believe how people just lump onto these things. So, I mean, I know we're going to be standing Wolves. You know, the truth of the matter is I'm not saying that they're far from it. I think Wolves will win. But remember, we do have the option to get back stuff in play and everything. And you know what I mean? So, for me, we don't shrink the other side, so to speak. So there's still a chance we lay less than a bit of the draw as well. We bet to 100%. So we're not looking to win. We're looking to break even. So, yeah, I think we got a chance there.
Oh, this is an interesting one. Bournemouth were 13 to 10, now 17 to 10. And I had a good look at this game this morning, Gary. And I tend to agree with your boost, if I can put it that way. I like West Ham to win this. But, you know, any team in the English Premier League at home, I had a look around. They generally are 13 to 10. So that's a cracking price about a home side if you do fancy them.
You know, I'd like to see the girl that's doing whatever they're doing to that guy from West Ham, okay, because he looks like he's having a lot of fun, right? I think the last time I saw a place like that was when I went for my 16th birthday. My uncle took me to a knock shop in Hillbrow. But, yeah, it's a nice price, you know what I'm saying? That's the truth.
It's a nice price, and you had a very nice uncle by the sounds of things there, Gary.
Yeah. Look, I'd rather be my nephew than my uncle, than, you know, my uncle's nephew, you know. My nephews, but 2 twin nephews, I mean, they're only 10. But by the time they get to 15 or 16, they're going to have an education. They were actually banned from punting over December by their father because the one of them fell in and owed me 170,000 rand, you know.
Oh, my word, okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway.
Right, well, let's just quickly have a look here. We got, this is the competition, Beat the Cert. Gary's going Chelsea to win. You must tweet at Brent Graham, time of the first goal in the Arsenal-Chelsea game, and which team will score it. And you win a £1,000 free bet if you're closest and the cert is beaten. Of course, use the hashtag GGGaming gone mad. No goals is an option, of course, as well. And the team to score will need to be correct before the minutes get taken into account. We do have a page, the GG Gaming page on our site, and on good for the game, in fact. And you'll get all the T and C's of our competitions. They carried towards the bottom of the page. We've got your banners, how to open an account if people want to have a look at that. So they've got all of that there. We will be updating, I think, the prices on your vouchers there, Gary. I think your lady Kerry told me you're going to allow betting at 5 to 10 and better.
Yeah, correct.
Excellent. Well, that's great news for punters as well. So anything you miss on the show, you can go onto the Good for the Game page and catch up on that. And Gary, that brings us then to the J&B Met. Before you get into the clue, do you remember you and I were together last year for the Met, and we did a show? Hey. Remember we were doing that show, but do you remember we were doing the show and we were talking about I think it was an FA Cup weekend or something like that. And the people do you remember we're doing live TV now, and the people started bringing up the prices of the English Premier League games like the following weekend or something. I mean, it was one of the funniest things I've ever been involved in my life.
It would have been funny if they put up the results from the week before and we still couldn't tip a winner. And yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was great. That temporary studio up there. It was fantastic. I mean, it's really, really a great race. And I mean, some really good horses there. And whoever wins the seats, I know that they're going to enjoy it and everything. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? It's my pleasure to give it to guys that watch the show. So I think what we're going to do, I've got a number that I'll put into my phone. Right?
The number in your phone, okay?
Right. I mean, I'm obviously not going to change numbers. I would never. So the number's between 0 and 20.
Okay.
Let the guys put in their number. And
one guess each, Gary?
What's that?
One guess each?
One each to see whether they caught it. If they haven't caught it, nobody catches it, we'll do it again.
Okay, excellent. So I must just call them out as they come, eh?
No. Tell me, we're going to give them exactly another minute, Brent?
Okay, to put their...
Been long. And then at the end of that time, there's no more. That's going to be cut off, and I'll show you the number, and you'll see if anybody's got it, you know?
Okay, excellent. Well, the numbers are starting to come in now.
Okay. You don't want to tell me what any of them are, so, I mean, just keep that to yourself there.
That's fine. I think I'll be surprised if we don't get a winner, but let's see. You never know.
I have 2 lucky numbers.
You're right.
One of them's bigger than 20. One of them's 23. So
right.
The other one is lower than 20, obviously. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. With 23, if you play roulette, do you play 23?
Look, I'm not a big player. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess Yeah, it would be the number that I would play for sure, definitely. That and my favorite number, which I'm going to show you now, you know. A lot of great sportsmen have been 23. That's not much. I mean, I think Warren was 23 in his one-day career. I think Michael Jordan was 23, and I guess that's influenced me somewhere along the line. And when I played soccer, and in those days you used to get, one was the goalkeeper, 9 was the centre forward, and the wings were 10 and 11. I was number 23 because that's how long it would take for substitutions before I ever got on, you know. But yeah, are we ready to do it, Brent?
Okay, we ready? You want me to call them, or are you just going to turn? Oh, you don't want to turn it yet in case we've got to carry on giving clues?
No. If it's a carryover, we're going to do it again. I'm going to turn it over, right?
Okay, you're going to turn it over. Let's have a look. Can't quite see it there. Oh, just
it's 18.
18. We got a 2, 17, 16, 14, 11, 13, 1, 14. So we didn't get an 18, Gary.
Okay, we'll go again. They got another minute. Let them go.
Got another minute, guys. Start again. The last post we had here was Hein, Henrik. I had 14, Hein. Okay, there we go. Okay, the one under. So Steve Reed commented his was 12. Not a problem because 18 is the was the winner. So let's go. We got another number in, guys. Go for it.
Right. Well, have you got a show starting at 9 o'clock, Ren?
No. I'm actually not doing the handicap show, so we're under no pressure. We're under no pressure. We're waiting for Six Nations and Super Rugby before we get back into that.
No Tinder stuff while your wife's away?
No, none of that. Okay, the predictions are coming in there now.
Right. So we give them a countdown from 10 to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, give them about 20 more seconds because there's a slight time delay as well. But I see pretty much we got 5 or 6 that have come in already, and we'll see how they're coming in. So they're coming in. Just in terms of betting action, quickly, Gary, on the Met, have you had a lot of money for any of the horses at this stage now that the barrier draws have been done?
We have. I mean, the truth be told, I think that, I think he's a hard horse to beat. Do it again. But he's been priced out of the man in the streets range. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
11, 12 to 10. He's too short. You know what I'm saying?
What price now? 11 to 10.
11 to 10. You know.
I think
wow. People are going to go more with the sentiment. A horse like Legal Eagle, where we've got 16 to 1, or Undercover Agent, where we've got 20 to 1. Personally, I think that a horse like Rainbow Bridge, I know he gives problems. Last time he went down to the start, all hot and sweaty.
Yes.
Rainbow Bridge is. I think that 7 to 2 Rainbow Bridge is a good price. I think in 2 weeks' time when we're talking, you'll remember that, or you said that, you know.
Right, let's turn it over, Gary.
Anybody got 7?
7? Yes, straight away I see a 7. I just want to check there wasn't more than one. But Emil Korf has got 7. Well done, Emil. And you know what, Emil, Gary was the guy who won the 25 grand vouchers.
Jesus, Emil.
Yeah.
I mean, if you whatever you're rubbing at night, do you mind if I give a rub one night? Well done, Emil. Does he live in Cape Town?
He's going to look like that West Ham player.
Yeah, exactly. Does he live in Cape Town?
Emil, are you in Cape Town? I'll get him to put it there. I remember him telling us last time, but I have forgotten now. The guy's just congratulating Emil. If he could just let us know where he stays. But that's going to be absolutely huge. I must admit, the JMB Met, just one of those race meetings you want to try and get to. Emil has seen he's won because he's reacted, but we just want to see where you stay, Emil. Coming on now. He's in Plet, Gary.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, he's going to drive up, I would imagine, or however it is. You know what I'm saying? What I'll do with Emil, I'll tell you what I'll do, Emil. If you go, this is what I'll do with you. I'm going to give you one chance because otherwise he's got to drive up, right, Brent?
Right.
Emil, if you can predict how many goals Chelsea get,
right,
I'll pay for your 2 air tickets against Arsenal.
Okay.
If you predict how many goals Arsenal get, I'll pay for accommodation for you one of the nights that you're there.
Okay, so he must basically predict the score.
No, because you can get one right, you're going to get something, right?
Yes.
So if Chelsea do it, he's going to get the air tickets. If he gets Arsenal right, he's going to get the accommodation. If he gets them both right, he's getting both.
Okay.
I mean, the man can win 25 grand at a flick of a finger. This is a piece of cake. I'm going to go book his tickets in the hotel room now. You know what I'm saying?
Excellent, Emil. So you heard that. Just make your predictions there, and you can potentially win flights and accommodation as well.
All righty.
Excellent, Gary. Well, we'll keep an eye. I'll allow Emil. He's already made his call. He said 2-1 for Chelsea.
All right, he's got it.
Chelsea 1 for Arsenal.
Brilliant. All right. Good luck to you, Emil, and good luck to all the guys out there. Go have a look at our rugby betting. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you like the Lions, have a look at our stuff. If you like anything else, you'll find that we're betting really good percentages and early betting out for the first round. And I promise you by Monday I'll have, all right, not 100, but I'll have by Tuesday at least 50 match bets up. And I'd just like to, unfortunately, just end on a slightly sad note. Dave, everybody knows and loves Dave at GGGaming.
Yes.
His mom passed away last night. I just want to, pass our condolences from everybody in the punting
industry. Yes, please pass ours to Dave. I mean, I've got to say, Gary, one thing that's been consistent about you guys in general is the feedback you get from customer service on Twitter and from people. And I mean, Dave is at the forefront of that. I don't think there's a more polite person to phone and take a bet with than Dave. So yeah, Dave, really from all of us as well, and the Good for the Game boys and that, condolences on your loss.
Thank you very much. I'll pass it on to him, and I look forward to next Thursday night, Brent.
Excellent, Gary. Enjoyed it. It was actually nice doing a bit of an extended one. We had lots to chat about. And enjoy are you there for poker tournament now, or you just
a bit of business, and I fly out back to Cape Town tomorrow morning.
Excellent. Well, you was asked Matt when you see him again how he rates me as a poker player, because he dealt to me the whole night last night.
Well, if you're in the night, then you can't be too bad.
Yeah, no, yeah, I lost it to the end. In fact, I showed a slight profit. I think he rates me.
Okay, I'll check it out, and I'll speak to you soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Gary. That was Gary Lentin from GGGaming. Sorry, Gary.
Take it easy. Good night to everybody.
Excellent. Thanks, Gary. Enjoy the rest of the time at Empress there. Great to catch up with Gary. There was a nice extended GGGaming Gone Mad show. Thanks also, everybody, for your contributions in the live show. Congratulations, Emil. And, of course, I'll be taking a look at the scores for the Kings v Cheetahs game. Last chance to get that in if you haven't got it in already, and we'll see who wins that. We'll also have the Twitter competition as well, where you predict the team and the time of the first goal scorer. Thanks, everyone. It's been great getting back to a nice running start in 2019. Look out in the coming weeks for the handicap, which will be back. And we'll also have a couple of other YouTube initiatives that we'll be taking. In the meantime, subscribe to this channel just down below. Make sure you don't miss any of our videos. And we look forward to seeing you on the Good for the Game forum.